Today we will take a look at how to make self-faced ruffles. Just a little recap on terminology. The vertical length is called width when dealing with real-world ruffles. However, the vertical length is called height in Marvelous Designer. So I will use the Marvelous Designer terminology for the tutorial. Okay, let's start by making a rectangular pattern for the straight plane ruffle. With the rectangle tool, click the pattern window. The height can be whatever you want. Just remember that you need double the amount you want for the final length. I want a final length of 80 millimeters, so I'll enter a length of 160. Now we need to set the width. To make a full ruffle, we need the ruffle to be 3 times as long as the edge you want to attach it to. Unlike the other ruffle tutorial that I did, we won't start by using the full length because the simulation is more erratic when dealing with double fabric. So to start, we will just enter the length of the edge we plan to attach it to. In my case, the sleeve edge is around 223, so that's the amount I'll use to start with. Alright. Later on, we will drag out the pattern to the final length that we need. Now add a point to this edge by right-clicking and choosing 50%. This will be our midpoint guide. Then we want to drag out an internal line. You can use Shift and Control to constrain the movement. Get it in there relatively close. Change the folding angle to 0. You can delete the guide point. You don't need it anymore. Activate the arrangement points. You can select it here and then just click the point. Make sure your gizmo is on local coordinate. It makes it easier to move it. Change the fabric preset to denim or leather belt. Any stiff fabric will do. Just make sure your bending is somewhere between 90 and 99. You want to place pins along the edge. Okay. And then you're going to simulate. And what you want to do is have this edge turn up to almost meet the top edge. That's why we changed it to a very stiff fabric and changed this line to 0 to make it fold under. It makes the sewing easier. And then we're going to sew this line to this line and then this edge to the sleeve edge. That's probably good enough. So let's segment sew these. And we want to change this to cotton, something mid-weight. And then we're going to get a little bit closer here and simulate. Then we can use the Q key to straighten this out. Okay, show straight. Now we want to close the edge. And then simulate again. With simulation still on, we want to drag this out to the length that we want. Like I said earlier, the full length would be 3 times the length of the garment that you're attaching it to. But for this, I'm just going to do double maybe, just so you can get the idea. Make sure that you take tiny drags. If you go all the way out initially, it will be trouble. There'll be a lot of penetration issues. It'll look really ugly. If you don't have your line length showing, make sure you hit Control L. That turns line length on and off. You could do it by eye, but if you want to actually see the real numbers, you can do it this way. So I'm just going to go approximately double here, just to give you an idea. Straighten it out a little bit. Okay, that's good enough. You get the idea. To add some extra realism, let's change this to fold the angle to 360 to make a nice indentation here when we turn the particle distance up. And I'm going to finish this off by making it 5 particle distance and something that drapes more, such as silk. And also, something else you can do is change the folded line to render folded false to give you a softer edge if you want. It all depends on the look you're going for. And there goes your self-faced straight plain ruffle.